Mic check 1, 2, 3. Hello, Mystic Miles. Never seen you here before. Are you from Twitch? Working on my mic. Just putting the mic on right now. Just give me a second. Welcome home, everybody. I just want to say that I did not stream yesterday because I was so tired that I just passed out. I was like, I'm gonna take a quick nap before I streamed, and I didn't wake up. I also want to let you know or remind you that this is my last week on the stream for about 5 to 6 weeks. Just letting you know what's up. Okay? Just letting you know the deal. The deal, what the deal is. And welcome home to Cosmic Unwind. Just letting you know what's up. And of course, recently we have been doing amazing on this stream. We recently reached 3,000 followers, everybody. But I have to go do my mystical duties, to say the least. What does that mean? Do your work. I mean, do my work. Hey, this music sounds familiar. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I choose not to. Let's see. Edit post. Edit post. Edit post. Cosmic. And how has everybody been so far? Are we holding it down for the mystics? What y'all been up to? Alright, looks like Mystic Kriziak is here. Mystic Tanner, known as Mystic Deal with the Devil, okay? Mystic Taka Tiki is here. Mr. Camden says, congratulations. Mr. Katie says, these chimes remind me of my grandmother's porch. The exact some calming tones. Hello, Mystic Laid Back Guy. Welcome home, everybody. Let me change into some shorts and then I need to do meditation, okay? Why? Because I love myself. I love myself. Do you? Ain't nobody can do that for you. Let's see, bam, bam. Let's see, bam. Okay, bam. Let's test. Am I? Do I like that? Let's see what I could do with my background here. Is that too trippy? Trying to figure out what to do with this. I don't even need it, don't I? Why do some people say it's selfish to love oneself? Because they learned that. Because they chose to create that reality, my brother. Hello, Mystic Legit Glenn. If you say that self-love is selfish, it's why they don't love themselves. But nobody wants to accept that they don't love themselves because they've been taught that way. And sadly, most of us has been taught that loving ourselves is selfish. You know why? Because we listen to people who don't love themselves talk. And you know there's a lot of people out there who say they love themselves, but their actions do not add up to somebody who loves themselves. And yet we still listen to them. Why? Because we don't love ourselves too. Or else we would listen. Nope, we're not live right now, says Mystic Tanner. We're not live. Give me a second here. We not live. Why do some people say it's selfish to love oneself? Because they've been taught to be selfless. But the thing is, you can be selfless to get love. Selfless doesn't always bring love, right? You can say, like, when you're selfless, you're always living for other people. You're doing it to be happy, you know? But there's not a lot has been taught that. Well, how can you give love if you don't love yourself? They don't say that wisdom. Why? Because they're not listening to wisdom. They're listening to what their parents tell them, what their parents' told them, what their culture teaches them. But they're lacking foundation. And that's why I'm here, trying to help realize, be careful who you listen to. And even me, don't just listen to what I say, test if it's real. Most people, they listen and they don't do the work. That's why I tell you, hey, listen and test it out. Okay? Like Mr. Katie here says, I was very obsessed with being selfless growing up, and I became a doormat for a lot of people. Had to learn the hard way that you need to love. Yo, damn. So, me too, babe. Me too, brothers and sisters. I was gonna say baby. Thank you, Mystic Rick James. Thank you for your love and support. Welcome home, Mystic Valors, Mystic Static Haze. I like the topic of self-love. You know why? Because many people don't know much about it, sadly. So welcome home to Cosmic Unwind. If you like learning about love and you're having relationship problems, you're having emotional problems, you're having depression, you're suicidal, you're in your mind, your ego is ungrounded, welcome to Cosmic Unwind. If you want to learn to make yourself better, welcome to Cosmic Unwind. If you want to learn to what it means to love your damn self, and thank you, Mystic Rick James, welcome to Cosmic Unwind. If you're looking for something else, then go somewhere else. Welcome to Cosmic Unwind. So just relax. My goal is to maintain a level of a high vibration on this stream. Mystic Valor's got a singing bowl today. He says it sounds amazing. I would like to say congratulations to getting a little bit more serious about your mystical work. You don't need a singing bowl, but getting it inspires you to meditate. Or you can buy a singing bowl and not use it at all. You know those people. I call it doing cute mystical work. And thank you, Mystic Rick James, for 5 months of subscription. I appreciate you. And thank you for your love and support for 5 months, and welcome home. Mystic Valor says, yes, it is inspiring. It has the flower of life inside. Beautiful. I put a flower of life sticker inside my bowl also, but not engraved. Everybody ready? Breathing in. Slowly out. Breathing in. Slowly breathing out. Whatever happened today in your day, just close your eyes and breathe. Breathing in. Slowly breathing out, feeling your breath, listening to the chimes. Don't be in a rush to breathe. Enjoy the breathing process. If you stop breathing, you will die. Be grateful for your life that you're breathing. Most people aren't grateful that they're breathing. That's why their life sucks. Breathing in. Slowly breathing out. Breathing in. Enjoy the sounds of the water. Enjoy that your success is you being alive today. Most people don't count themselves being alive as successful. You know, many of our ancestors died just simply by getting a cold. But this lifetime, we got medicine. Yeah. Breathing in. And slowly breathing out. Welcome to Cosmic Unwind. Here's what I'm doing right now. I'm opening all my chakras. And I'm sending you my energy through my third eye. Through my sound. Through mindfully speaking love. Through the sounds of the birds. Breathing in. And slowly out. And for those of you who are meditating and breathing, I feel your energy too. Those of you who are in your head, I feel your energy too. Those of you who are here for peace, I feel you. Those of you lurking and curious what this dream is about and quietly enjoying it, I feel your energy too. But the most important energy I feel, my love, my joy, my beauty, my imperfections that are my beauty. I feel tingliness on my skin. Breathing in and out. Just relax your body. Relax your hands. You've been texting all day, driving all day, typing all day, flushing toilets all day, turning light bulbs on all day. Just relax your hands. Relax your facial muscles. You've been maybe smiling all day. Your smile deserves too a gentle relaxation. Maybe you've been squinting your eyebrows or whatever you're doing with your facial muscles. Just let your facial muscles relax. Just let go of control of your hands. I know some of you may feel weird doing this because you don't even know you could do that. Because you've been playing Call of Duty mobile all day. Okay. Just let your hands, just let it go. Unless you're driving, okay? If you're driving, don't do that, okay? Gotta be responsible. Okay, if you're carrying a baby, don't do that, okay? Hold on to the baby. Breathing in and out. Y'all ready for an energy clearing? Here we go. You know what time it is. There we go. Meow. And that was the energy clearing. If your mind too closed, you will have left already. If you open-minded, welcome to Cosmic Unwind. If you like throat singing, welcome to Cosmic Unwind. If you like mewing, meow, welcome to Cosmic Unwind. If you like to love yourself, welcome to Cosmic Unwind. If you like changing your life for the better, welcome to Cosmic Unwind. If you like being around woke people who do the work, but sometimes are lazy, welcome to Cosmic Unwind. Breathing in, slowly out. Watch this, watch this. Mystic Jessica, Mystic C, welcome home. I want to give you guys an update. This is the last week I'm going to be on the stream for about 6 weeks because I am going to become a monk for about 5 to 6 weeks. Which means you gotta meditate on your own or watch an old stream. But the truth is that I've been a monk the whole time, people. Welcome home to Cosmic Unwind. I am your brother Mystic Tanet in the moment. Shout out to my friend Mystic Jessica from Facebook. Shout out to Mystic C. Mystic Forest Fairy is back. Says greeting Mystic, Mystic Static Haze, Mystic Charms. Mystic Jessica was saying she was laughing at people that do the work but are sometimes lazy. You're a hoot, she says. She calls me a hoot. A hoot. Contemplating what a hoot is. I'm an owl. Thank you. Love your damn self. Let's bring out the cards today. What kind of story are we gonna have today? Let me charge the cards. Cards today. I like some water. I would like to get some more water before I start this journey. Because if I start doing the card reading, who knows what's gonna happen? I gotta be prepped. Shout out to Mystic Harry, be happy. Shout out to all my Omis. And remember, just because I'm gone does not mean you stop doing the work. Okay? Just because I'm gone doesn't mean you stop being positive, you stop being the change, you stop loving your damn self. Just because I don't stream, don't go out looking for girls. Look in the mirror first, okay? Don't go out looking for no boys. Look in the mirror first. Love your damn self. Okay? Love your damn self. But let me get some water first though. And let me take a selfie. Psych. Checking the water quality. Let's do some water sounds on the way. Friday may potentially be my last day streaming for a while. Why? I have to respect the duty of a mystic. I don't want to just do this and not be committed and not be present. I want to give it all I got. It's like going to a retreat and still on your phone. You know what I mean? It's like going to a spiritual retreat and still on Facebook Live. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. Hello, Mystic 1 Down 5 Up, Mr. King Nebula. Welcome home. I'm actually on live on Facebook right now, but it's my personal Facebook. So you're best on YouTube and Twitch. Facebook is just for my homies that, like, you know, I care about my homies, my omies. Sometimes they're like, where has Tanet been? And I'm like, I'm doing this thing right now, you know. Just, you know, I care about my friends enough to show them what I'm doing. You know, because they helped me get here. Everyone, like, I did not get here on my own, guys. Right? I have a team of mystics that maintain my energy, and we maintain each other's energy. And the reason why I streamed late today, I just came from a meditation with my inner circle mystics who help maintain my stream, maintain my my vibration. I'm just humbled and honored that I have people like that, you know. Looks like we're ready for some reading, aren't we? Are we ready for some readings? Let's warm up a little bit here. Let me connect with the cards. I found a new system of reading cards also. A new system for me to know the details. All I'm telling you is I have a new system, and it's been beautiful. Thanks to my teachers, thanks to all the angels around me that guide me here today, and thanks to your angels that guides you here today. It's a teamwork. Remember, when we succeed, it's never on our own. We have to remember to say thank you, because we got a lot of loving beings helping us all the time, but sometimes where our minds are so close, we don't realize that. And the more you realize how much you are loved, it's a system I've been using, but I've been really connected lately. Why? I've been meditating outside for at least 30 minutes every day, but my goal is really 1 hour. When you meditate outside, your mind expands. You hear the birds, you hear the cars, you hear the plane, you hear the leaves ruffling in the wind. You feel the wind, you breathe fresh air, you're not breathing freon air. You're not in your little box no more. You're in expansiveness, nature. But let's see the overlying energy of the stream today. Thank you, Mystic C, for coming by. He says, can I head to bed soon? Thank you for letting us know. I hope everything is going well with your studies. And we send you love and support. And know that you're evolving yourself. And that we're always here for you. But whenever you need it, okay? Let's see what's in the stream today. What needs to be said today in the stream? What theme do we have going on today? What is our theme today? Our theme today, what's in the air today? What do I see with my little third eye? I see a lot of people ungrounded. I see a lot of people in their heads about love this season. The weather is changing and it's making a lot of people lonely. A lot of people are grounded who comes to this stream, and if you ain't coming here, you don't even know what grounding is sometimes. What do I see with my little third eye? I see with my little third eye somebody looking for a beautiful lady. I see somebody looking for a lady. I see somebody looking for love in a lady. I see somebody looking for a beautiful angel. I see somebody looking for a beautiful angel, but they forget to look in the mirror for a beautiful angel. I see a man, I see a boy, I see a guy looking everywhere for this beautiful angel. Could that be her in the library? Could that be her, that one streamer? Can that girl be my ex? Can that guy be my partner? Am I gonna marry him? Am I gonna marry her? And we forget to look for the angel in the mirror. Show us the theme of today. What do I see with my little third eye today? I see a lot of people who are ready to fly. I see the mystics that come here often because they liked the wisdom, because the wisdom helps them to transcend their mind. The wisdom helps them to open their mind. I see a lot of young boys and young girls, young souls and old souls, interested in this thing called evolution, in this thing called spiritual evolution, in this thing called loving your damn self. Oh, are you for real? People ready for this stuff? Are you sure? Are you sure they're ready to open their mind? It's like, yes, at first they were looking outside for the love. But now that they got some wisdom, they're like thinking twice again. Do I really want that girl? If I don't love myself and I get that girl, I will forget myself. But if I learn to love myself first, that girl will come to me. Are you for real? And the girls are like, you mean if I love myself, that really amazing guy would come? What do I see with my little third eye? I see with my little third eye somebody's father in jail. Somebody's father, a loving father in jail. A loving father who made bad decisions in jail. What do I see with my little third eye with the father? I see somebody's father in jail because they made a decision out of ignorance. Out of loneliness, this father is in jail. I see with my little third eye, what did the father do? I see that the father is lonely and is in his head and is in jail because simply he needed love. He didn't know better. I see with my little third eye a father who is ready to be loving but made wrong decisions in jail. A father that simply just needed quality time with his father that he didn't get. And because he didn't grow up with love and support, he made some decisions. Because he didn't know he can just love himself. He was starving for love. And so he did some women wrong. Because he didn't love himself. He didn't count himself. Because when you don't love your damn self for long enough, you start to poison yourself with your disconnection. But I see my little third eye, some hope. What is his hope? I see with my little third eye somebody learning wisdom, somebody working hard on their wisdom, somebody taking wisdom seriously because they're ready to be the best that they can be. I see with my little third eye a mystic doing good work because he realized that how can I get love if I don't love my damn self? I see with my little third eye somebody working hard to get love with their head, but they forget that love is working from love. That we can be working on our wisdom in our head too much, thinking too much about how we can be better, and forgetting that we are amazing in this moment, and then thinking, I see you with my little third eye. Welcome, Mystic Vast, Mystic Tool Slider, Mystic Voss, Mystic Giants. I see with my little third eye somebody opening their mind, somebody being more curious about life because they're tired of doing the same things, the same job, the same way to work, the same breakfast, the same thing over and over and over and over and over. I see somebody returning to their childlike curiosity because they've been realizing that how can my life be vibrant if I do the same thing every day, take the same way to work, eat the same breakfast every week, talk to the same friends every week, think the same way every week, complain about the same thing every week. I see somebody opening their mind because they're ready to live the best life ever. And they're ready to end this thing called mediocrity. Let's see who's ready. Let me see what the card says about who I should choose for the card reading today. Mystic Pony Puke, welcome home. Looks like it's your time for a card reading. Are you present? What's on your heart, Mystic Pony Puke? My third eye choose you. Not me. My third eye choose you. What are you working with today? What's on your heart? Hello, Mystic King Nebula, Mystic Status Field. Even without specific details, that is still a lot. If you're actually present in the room and you're really listening, then you get something. Every reading is for everyone. Not sure if Mystic Pony Puke is here. How about Mystic King Nebula today? I'm looking for a question from you, Mr. King Nebula. I'm looking for a question. If I'd done more than 1 or 2 code readings on you, you good for a while. I'm looking for a genuine question from your heart. Breathing in. Waking up my chi, let me get. I've done 1 code reading on Mr. King Nebula. A code reading is me reading you without dialogue, without me knowing anything about you. And I ask for a question to see if you have been doing the work. People who have been doing the work will be clear about their question. I could do another code reading, but 2 code reading is enough for you to get started on the work. It's about your curiosity in your evolution. Because you're evolving without curiosity, you will eventually lose your momentum. Curiosity, like a child, allows us to evolve. But when we stop being curious and we get comfortable, our mind closes. It is a heart quartz, actually. This is a crystal. This is... How do I completely break free from the darkness and anger that I feel? I'm feeling a lot of energy today. I'm really plugged in, and today is a good day to ask questions. Mystic Status Field realized something. Mystic King Nebula is asking, how do I completely break free from the darkness and anger that I feel? Let's see if we can post that on the screen. Let's see how this turns out. Whoops. There we go. Hey, we got a lot of woke people up in here. I don't think I need to answer the question then. Y'all too... We too woke, okay? Should I put a question mark for the people irritated? Out of love, I do. How do I completely break free from the darkness and anger that I feel? Mystic Limit says, be the change? Check. Meditate? Check. Spread love. Oh, but let's draw some cards for Mystic King Nebula here. How do I completely break free from the darkness and anger that I feel? Hello, Mystic Alina, welcome home. Nice to see you, Mystic Isabella, Mystic Valor's Mystic Limit. Mystic King Nebula. Why do you feel darkness and anger? Is the real question. That's the cute question. How do I break free? Why do I feel darkness and anger? Is the real question. Why do I feel darkness and anger? Is the real question for you. You know what I'm saying? Why do I feel darkness and anger? Before we can solve the issue, right? We have a cause and effect. The effect is right now you feel darkness and anger. You don't know where it came from. You don't know the roots. Before you can find the after, you have to find the before. Before you can understand the tail, you have to understand the head. Okay? Mr. King Nebula. Let's see what's in store for you today. Let's see what's in store today. Why do I feel darkness and anger? Mr. King Nebula 41. Mr. King Nebula, let's see what story we have today for you. It says here, I see a boy really energetic. I see a boy who likes to have fun. I see a boy who has a lot of energy. I see a boy who has a lot of energy, but not a lot of attention from his parents growing up. I see parents working too much. I see parents spending more time at work and not enough time with this boy. I see a boy being raised in a family where everybody is just working a little bit too much and they forget this thing called quality time. What happened to that boy when he didn't get the quality time he needed? This boy, when he didn't get the quality time, this boy went out exploring the world on his own. But I see this world called the internet. Because this boy didn't get quality time and he has a lot of energy, he needed an outlet, and he found this thing called the internet. And he began to look around the internet for love, but not realizing he was looking for love. He was just looking to connect to something because he didn't get the connection he needed when he was a little boy. So he started his journey on the interweb. Are you for real? It says here, this little boy, where did he get the darkness and anger from? This little boy just wanted friends. This little boy just wanted to be with cool people that accept him. This little boy found this thing called video games. But this little boy didn't just find video games, he found some kind of connection in video games. Something called chatting, something called voice chatting, something called talking crap about each other and feeling good because you own somebody. Are you for real? This little boy, what did he find? This little boy deep down needed his family. This little boy was spending a lot of time, but not with his family, but spending more time online. This little boy needed his family, but he found the interwebs instead. This little boy just needed a hug from his family, but his family wasn't there. his family was working and thinking that life is about work and money. And so this little boy started to feel a little bit more lonely every day. He says here, this little boy eventually found a lady. This little boy found a lady online. This little boy fell in love with a lady online. And then she disappeared. And this little boy, it says here, began to feel even more lonely, more sad, confused, not sure what's going on. This little boy is hurt quietly, but the one thing he knew to do, play more video games. And this little boy began to ignore his emotions and became in his head, began to get into his ego. This little boy just needed his family. And somehow he found his way here to Cosmic Unwind. Why is this little boy feeling darkness and anger? He doesn't realize he can love his damn self. This little boy doesn't realize he's a cosmic child. He's an amazing child. He's a beautiful child. Because he didn't realize what he was looking for was right in the mirror. Are you for real, this little boy? Welcome to Cosmic Unwind. Alright, now we need some feedback from Mystic King Nebula. And welcome home to Cosmic Unwind. Interesting reading, huh? Please excuse my on-screen arrangements. And it was off a little bit. Just tell us what you experienced. Give us some feedback. What was on? What did you learn? What can you share about your reading? Because our brothers and sisters are curious about, is this for real? And if it was off, please tell everybody it was off. Mr. King Nebula says, my family was there. But nobody ever wanted to spend time with me. And thank you for the recent follow by Mystic Uncertain, DM, and Mystic Adam Garrett. Let's see if Mr. King Nebula has more details about the reading. Breathing in. Mr. King Nebula says, it caused me to eventually become consumed by video games, where one of my best friends online was a girl. Waiting for some more from Mr. King Nebula. If you're new to the stream, welcome to Cosmic Unwind. I'm your brother Mystic Tanet. We just did a card reading for Mr. King Nebula, finding that his family did not spend a lot of quality time with him. He says, my family was there, but nobody ever wanted to spend time with me. It caused me to eventually become consumed by video games, where one of my best friends online was a girl. I felt a connection with her. She just disappeared one day, causing me to feel lonely without realizing it. Wow. Well, you ask, why do I feel darkness and anger? My family was there, but nobody ever wanted to spend time with me. It caused me to eventually be consumed by video games, where one of my best friends online was a girl. I felt a connection with her, and she just disappeared one day, causing me to feel lonely without realizing it. Those are some of the main reasons why you feel darkness and anger. You feel abandoned. You feel angry, you feel confused. You thought somebody cared, but you forgot you. You care about you. You love you. You forgot that you love you, my dear. And it was a blessing that got you to this dream. Your anger, your darkness guided you here to this stream. Thank you for the recent follows. Now you're learning a lot more about yourself. Welcome to Cosmic Unwind. Sometimes we don't want to accept what truly hurts in our heart, because we become attached to the problem. We become attached to our stories, even though the stories don't serve us. You have become attached to the feelings of darkness and anger that has become you. But my dear, my friend, my mystic, you can recreate your story. That's why we are mystics. You have the power to change that story today? Let's change the question. How can I feel more love and joy? Okay. Mic check. How can I feel more love and joy is a better question. Let's see this. How can I feel more love and joy today? Let's get that first, and then we can talk about what's on Mystic Uncertain DM's heart. Or you can type it right now. What is your core? What is your core? What's on your heart? And again, there was one day where I was very ungrounded. Just one day that my ego was ungrounded because I drank too much caffeine right before the stream, black tea, which was most likely it was a Friday. It was a Friday or a Thursday. How do I feel more love and joy is what we're working on right now. Because sometimes we can focus on a problem so much that we forget the solution is in our hands too. That if you have a problem, you also have the solution. But sometimes we become too attached to the problem that we don't actually find the solutions even though we have it already. How do I feel more love and joy for Mr. King Nebula? Was feeling darkness and anger. It says here, You gotta learn how to have a little bit more fun. You just have to go out and have fun. Stop worrying so much, right? Let go of the things that don't serve you. Because sometimes negative things happen to teach us to let them go. But if we keep holding on to the things that make us suffer, how do we expect to feel more love and joy? Because we're not asking that question. How can I feel more love and joy? We're not asking that question. We're asking, why do I feel more anger and sadness? We have to ask questions that move us forward. How do I feel more love and joy? We have to express genuinely what's on our heart. We have to be honest. Because sometimes we keep toxic people around because we don't have the courage to tell them how we feel. And because we don't have the courage to tell people how we truly feel, we maintain a toxic environment and toxic friendships. And sometimes we're meant to let some people go. But we extend mediocrity. We extend mediocre friendships because we're attached to mediocrity because we don't know how to say no to mediocrity. When we learn to let go of people so that we can find better friends, but after we have done our best to make that friendship work, don't just let people go that you have been friends with for so long until you have done the work. And when you have done enough work and you realize this person ain't gonna change, you gotta move forward. You gotta give people a chance if they're your homies. But if you just met them and they're toxic, let them go. Not worth it. Because if they really want you in your life, it will happen. And they will take you seriously and they'll listen. But now if they don't want you in their life, they'll always find somebody else. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? What's on your heart? Here's what Mystic Isabella says, last time I was here, I was so lost. I am now a new bright self. Bam. That was you were here last week, girl. Sounds like you have been doing the work, Mystic Isabella. When you do the work and you actually listen and you... Right? Because a lot of people, they listen, they do the work, and guess what? Then they stop. Okay, looks like somebody was typing earlier. What's up? Okay, Mystic Status Field says, when I realized since last time I was here, I contacted that friend. He has yet to respond, but I realized I needed to say directly what I had said and done. In the last year where we were in contact but infrequent, in hospital, in out of hospital, I genuinely was convinced I'd never return to making online content, ASMR on YouTube. I want to just leave, run away. I had the crisis team at my house. Once early on, I realized two things. One, the reason I had been feeling lost was because we were going to do making video games professionally. YouTube, perhaps suddenly this name of ours was cancelled and liquidated without me knowing. That was agreed upon by the three others, three of them excluding myself. Sounds like you got a blessing. The only time I get on people on this stream is if they have been consistently lazy. If I see you coming here for 6 months and you're consistently lazy, I'm gonna get on you about it. If I see your energy low and I don't tell you that, if I don't tell you, I don't want to extend your laziness. I'm like, hey, go somewhere else. Why? Because I actually love you enough to tell you the truth that you ain't doing the work. Hello, Mystic Chai is nowhere. Do you have a stream schedule? I usually stream every day except Sundays, but I'm about to go out of town to be a Buddhist monk. A Buddhist monk for about 5-6 weeks. So, yeah. So I won't be here for 5 to 6 weeks. But of course, this is like this is what I signed up for. My family expects me to do this, and I'm doing this with my heart now. Before I was gonna do this with my head. Like, yeah, I feel like I'm already a monk. But now this is becoming like I'm upgrading my commitment. And I'm not going to become a traditional monk forever. And yeah. But I'm going through training, it seems. Let's see who I can pick next for the card reading. Mystic Shy is nowhere. Mystic Donkey says, I want to be lazy here. The thing is, this is nobody wants to hear that they're not doing the work. Ain't nobody want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that what they're doing is pretty much mediocrity. When you don't love yourself, that's mediocrity, people. When you don't follow your heart, when you gonna follow your heart? Because when we keep our standards high, we'll actually get there. But most people, they lower their standards just so that they can say, I have accomplished something. But they never say disclaimer, I lowered my standards a lot to get there. But let's see what the card says here. Lights back on. Bam. I need to use the restroom, guys, so I'll bring a singing bowl and use it. Bam. Bam. I'm doing number 3. Thank you, Mystic I Am, to watch you. Thank you for your concern. I have been meditating for 7 years. And I feel great. Thank you for the follow for Mystic Dots Plaza Shop. You know the Buddha? The Buddha meditated for 40 something days, right? And some Buddhists, some meditation masters, some Buddhist masters, they meditate for a long, long time. They flying. Thank you, Mystic I Am, to watch you. You have an interesting way of typing too. Thank you for your love and support. So have a nice stream. I hope you have many followers. I just want people to do the work. I just want people to open their mind and love themselves. That's all. If you love yourself, like genuinely love who you are, welcome to Cosmic Unwind. And if you're not there yet, let's get there. Welcome to Cosmic Unwind. Let's see what my card says about who to pick for the card reading today. Let's see. Let's see who needs to be picked here. Let's see who's here. Who here has a dead cat? Who here has a cat that passed away? Mystic Chai is nowhere. Hello, Mystic Lucid Being. Welcome home. Nice to see you. I got some cats that passed away. Actually, all my life, I've always had cats in the house. Except maybe like 3 years of my life. Mystic Forest Fury says, I did years ago. Yes. One of my kitty cat passed. Passed. Two years ago, I think. My neighbors ate mine. I've never heard that before, but so right now I'm gonna choose to work with Mystic. Shy is nowhere, okay? I want keep an eye on Mystic I am to watch you here. I live around people who. What country do you live in? Is this in America? I don't think people eat cats and dogs in America. Now, in Vietnam, China. Okay. Mystic Shy is nowhere says, I had to put one of them down because she had cancer growing on her ear and into her face. I'm not sure if Mystic I Am watch you is serious or not, because I don't know his energy. I'm not trusting this energy right now yet. Something, my third eye tells me what's up with this energy right here. Okay. But I'm gonna give this person a chance. Right now I'm looking at that name, I'm thinking, let me just time him out for like 6,000 seconds. But you know, I'm gonna give him some chances. Mystic Sky is nowhere. Welcome to Cosmic Unwind. Let's clear some energy first. All right. Mystic Sky is nowhere. We want to look at your Akashic disc, because this is what we do on a code read. We gotta pull your disc. Let's see what your Akashic disc looks like here. Sky is nowhere. Just go ahead and time him out if he seems like a troll, okay? But you know what? Let's go ahead and time him out right now for 3,000 seconds. No, 3,600 seconds, okay? Because I'm about to do a reading right now, and I'll be in a very sensitive, you know what I mean? Thank you. Most people don't realize we got our third eyes open in here, okay? I can't do this. I could do it. It's just more like, okay, I'll keep my eyes closed, but I feel better with. Because the only reason why I can't do this, my heart is wide open and vulnerable. So, here we go. Let me scroll up to the name. If it's Sky is nowhere. Let's look at your Akashic that's floating here. Look, almost look like a makeup palette. What's up with this? I see a white color, purity, inside a disc. I see this color like a deep pink. Almost, it's like you've been doing a lot of grounded work, and you're upgrading your grounding a lot more. It's like you're a little bit more advanced when it comes to this mystical work. What color I see on this? Oh, I see a yellow in this white disc. I see somebody who understands this word called balance. You've been doing some good work to understand balance. White and black on this disc, yellow and pink. Mean that you have learned to contain your energy. You have learned to contain your feminine energy, and you have balanced yourself, and your masculine energy is coming through. And you're figuring out your purpose. Like you're on the way, but you're upgrading your purpose, like being really clear on it. But when your Akashic disc spins, I see the color green, lime green, purpose and heart. That when you engage, continue staying balanced, continue grounding and being creative with your grounding and having fun grounding and connecting to your purpose deeper. Your heart, you got a lot of energy, so your heart is gonna be really your heart is really powerful, and you can learn to share that love. And when you learn to activate yourself on a high level, I see a golden aura, a light worker's aura, angelic aura. I see a little magenta. This is not a basic mystic. Let's read the disc a little bit here. What's the story? What is the story? What is the enlightenment story of Mystic Shy is nowhere? Namo Buddhayan Quanteam. Namo Buddhayan What's in store for Mystic Shy is Nowhere? It says here, what's the story? What do I see with my third eye on this awakening story? I see with my little third eye, I see somebody's mama. I see somebody's mama. I see somebody's mama with a big ego. I see somebody's mama really spiritual, but have big ego. Are you for real? It says here the mama had a lot of things to say, a lot of fire, a lot of anger behind that spiritual ego. It says here, I see with my little eye, somebody being trained to change the world. Somebody was blessed with a mama with a big ego, a lot of anger, spiritual ego, prepping this little mystic called Mystic Shy is Nowhere to change the world and to help Mother Earth maintain its planet. Are you for real? It says here, I see a little mystic at a young age looking for her place in society. I see a little mystic having a hard time fitting in. I see a little mystic feeling a little lonely, feeling a lot lonely. I see a little mystic that just wants a little love. And then what happened? I see a little mystic. I see something happen. I see something happen with the daddy. I see something bad happen with the daddy. I see a lot of pain happen with the daddy. I see with my little third eye. I see that daddy was a hard worker. I see that daddy was working a little too much here. I see here the daddy just overworked himself. The mama was just overworking herself too. Because they forgot to love themselves. And then what happened? It says here the little mystic it says somebody had to go away. I don't want, my mind doesn't want, someone died. Someone passed away. The daddy, a male figure, somebody. And then what happened? It says here, I see the little girl. I see a new daddy. What's going on? Is this a new daddy? Are you for sure? Is this the new daddy? It says here the mama found some joy. What's going on with that? The mama still didn't learn the lesson of loving herself, still looking outside of her for love, and she's still real spiritual, but in her head spiritual, but not the feeling. Are you for real? It says here. But then it failed again. She failed again. Her ego burning. I see sadness again. What's going on with that? I see a spiritual lesson happening to prepare that little mystic girl to change the world. And then what happened? So not a new dad, but her dad came back into her life and it messed up. And that happened because she's getting ready to heal the planet. She's getting ready to unite families. She's getting ready to bring harmony in people's families because hers was not so perfect, not so good, but not terrible. Where is this mystic now? It says here, this mystic is having fun with her work. This mystic is healing. This mystic is helping people feel more life, feel more joy. This mystic is helping people let go. Show me a little bit more what she's doing now. It says here, this mystic is in exploration mode constantly. This mystic is looking for something. What is this mystic looking for? It says here, this mystic is looking for her purpose. She's looking for herself. Are you sure? Is this here mystic is looking for she's looking to recreate herself and how this self can change the world. This mystic is looking to warp herself in a way that can help the world, that can change the world. Different angles of healing. A little bit more, this mystic is looking to channel her goddess self, her divine self. Show me the future. It says here, this mystic's going to be helping people connect with themselves and let go of stories that don't serve them. Old mindsets and relationships that this mystic is going to help the world let go of a lot of crap. Show me the future. This mystic here is going to help people ground their energy and create new life within their own heart. It says here, this mystic going to show people how to have fun being themselves and doing their work. This mystic here is going to show people how to do the work not in their heads but in their heart. This mystic here is a teacher. And that's the end of the reading. Good work, Mystic Shy is nowhere. and welcome to Cosmic Unwind. Any feedback from you so that our brothers and sisters like to know what's up with you. It's only spot on when you trust and when you believe, right? And if you can share with our brothers and sisters, basically, you didn't need the reading, but you did just to connect with me a little bit. So you know what this stream is about, you know what I do on here, and now you have a resource. Basically, what I have created here is an online temple where people can come for online healings whenever. And basically, this place is an online, I would say, soul family. Sometimes you need it. Mystic Shies Nowhere says my mom has the ego in the way because she feels like she isn't connecting correctly with people who have passed away. So your mom's also a mystic in the working. So your mom's old school. Let's just say it. She's doing the work the old school way. But the old school showed us the way. And now the new school, right? Her class was the indigos. Let's just be real. We're the rainbow children, crystal children now. And now we have gotten to the point where people, indigo children, can evolve continuously and reach enlightenment. Right? It doesn't have to end there. And I'm okay. Mystic Status Field says that was a very good reading, and Mystic Gump says nice job, Mystic Tanet. Thank you everybody for your love. Mystic Status Field says a question has come to mind. What if the very person you are was created from the pain of the past directly? For example, you saw the pain of another person, and you yourself don't want to see that repeated. Realize that there is no pain of another person. That is your pain because you have chosen to accept it. But it is a pain from another person on a mental and worldview aspect, while on a spiritual level, when you see pain, you have created in your own mind. But the thing is, I'm still not clear on what you're really asking. Mystic Satterfield says I shared the channel with my mom. And thank you for your willing to share. And the truth, here's the truth, mystics. A lot of my friends, they're 20 years older than me. I hang out with older people because a lot of younger people, they simply don't understand me. Let me just say it, okay? A lot of the younger people, and it's not really about age, but it does have to do a little bit. Because naturally, older people have more wisdom, but when you're a younger person with wisdom, you feel heard. Because sometimes I'm talking about something that requires somebody really open-minded to listen to. But now if that person watches too much TV and news, they're not going to understand what I'm saying. If that person is attached to things too much, they're not going to understand what I'm saying. If that person is attached to too many addictions, they may understand what I'm saying, but only on the surface level. Right? So welcome to Cosmic Unwind. Let me ground my energy a bit here. Just a little bit Palo Santo here. Ground my energy. Breathing in. Who is interested in a card reading and has a question? I'm looking for a question here. I'm not looking to do another code reading. I'm looking for a question. So maybe an inspired suffering. Right? So Mystic Status Field. How do you feel about what I said? I feel that I'm not perfect. I feel that sometimes things happen for a reason. Mystic Uncertain DM. I feel that if you're looking for a perfect person, you won't be finding anybody. I feel that if somebody actually wants to be happy, they will follow happiness and not pain. But I have to admit, sometimes you don't feel heard and understood. Right? And sometimes you need validation. Let's see. Mystic Specifico says, my wife and I separated. She's living 10 hours away. And we were together for 10 years, debating on what to do. And I'm now back in my town at my family business. So that's why I haven't been around as much. The thing is, sometimes my ego goes off because maybe that day I'm not grounded. But I also don't mean to hurt people. My goal is to help them. But sometimes that's meant to happen for us to all learn something. That's all. So let's read Mystic Specific again. My wife and I separated. She's living 10 hours away. We were together for 10 years, debating on what to do, and I'm back in my hometown at my family business, so that's why I haven't been around as much. But we are still talking about doing counseling. How long have you been divorced for? And do you have children? Let me shuffle some cards for you. Actually, I need some sage first because I feel this is gonna be... Okay, no children. How? So you're not divorced yet? Yes, I burn the stems too. It doesn't smell as great, but it works. Okay, so you aren't. Oh my gosh, so you're not divorced. So how long have you been separated for? Going on 4 months living. That's a good, you know what? That's not too bad. 4 months, and you're still not. And it says here, you're still, but we're still talking and doing counseling. Mystic Pacifico, have you read the book called The 5 Love Languages yet? I think it may save your marriage. The 5 Love Languages. Boy, go listen to the audiobook on Audible. Go buy the book. I think this book may save. If both of you read the book at the same time, it could save your marriage. But you gotta do the work, guys. Mystic Blackblade Smith. But let's do some card reading. But again, check the book out now. Go to Audible. If you're serious about the work, go to Audible, buy the 5 Love Languages, or if you're a reader, get the book. To me, I like audiobooks. Why? Because I'm a listener. Okay? Now, I want you to send your wife, baby, I want to do whatever it takes to make us work because we got married for a reason. I still believe in us, and I know it's gonna take some work. Somebody suggested me reading this book, and I think we should read it together at the same time. So you send it to her, don't expect anything, okay? Audiobook, whatever. You do your part, you send it to her. Okay? And there's even a website where you take the test, but we don't want to jump to that yet. After reading the book and listening, that book is life-changing for me. It taught me what makes somebody feel special, how they receive love, how they give love. There's 5 love languages, and you know what? It's an amazing book that helped me to understand what people need. Sometimes somebody needs physical touch, like just a pat on the back, a hug. Sometimes somebody like gifts. It could be just a little rock that you found. I thought of you today, so I found this rock reminded me of you, and it makes them feel special. Some people need this thing called quality time. You don't need to be doing something amazing. They just want to be with you. They just want to be with you. They want to hang out with you and speak heart to heart. That's quality time, not on the phone. Some people want to hear this thing called affirming words. Darling, I love you. Wow, you did a good job today. Wow, you are beautiful. You look handsome. I think you're a good mom. I think you're a good brother. Thank you for being strong. Right? And what's the last love language? Acts of service is the last one. Doing something for someone. When somebody offers you to give you a ride when you need it, maybe your car breaks down and you know that there's somebody that's always willing to show up, like your father, like your brother, right? And not just emergencies, but they show up for you on your birthday. You know, they're willing to take action to show you that they love you. And some people, and now when you learn these languages, when you have a dysfunctional relationship with somebody, maybe you're not understanding their love language. Some people need affirming words, but you're giving them too much physical touch, and they need an "I love you, baby." Maybe somebody really needs a physical gift. It's not an expensive gift, but something meaningful. Like you made this card, you wrapped a card with a golden ribbon. You write something meaningful, you give it to this person, right? So you're knocking out two things: affirming words, acts of service, right? Gifts. So you could do so much in one. But when you do when you do something with your heart, you're gonna touch more than one love language, right? And when you give them the gift card, you give them a hug, right? Looks like somebody wants to be banned. And so when you learn about these love languages, you start looking at how people give and receive love, right? And so when I start reading this book, I start realizing why are some of my relationships dysfunctional? Some people, they don't get the love languages they need. Some people, they get what they don't need. Some people get hugs, but what they need is quality time. Maybe you buy things for people on the birthday, but what they need is affirming words. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for always being there. What? Okay. A mystic status field. Autism is just something that the medical industry used to diagnose people for their imperfections. You're just you, my friend. You're welcome. And again, the only reason why I can do this work and help people is because I have done my work. I have listened to the 5 love languages. There's a 5 love languages for kids, for singles. And I had listened to them over and 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 over. Thank you, Mystic Uncertain DM. Thanks for coming by, and I hope you can forgive me for any misunderstandings, or maybe I yelled at you. Know that it's all coming from love, and sometimes I'm learning to be a better streamer and a teacher too, and a student too. So that's my best, and know that it's not personal. At the end of the day, we all just want to be happy. And sometimes I have to use a different angle, you know? Mystic Specifico says, I just got the overview and bought it. Going to start it tonight. Thanks for the input. Do your work, right? And some books I have read, I have listened to over 30 times. Some books, like the documentary The Secret, or the movie The Secret. Oh, was it about meat eating? Yeah, again, the Secret. Yeah, at the end of the day, let's just be happy. but sometimes we have to acknowledge the suffering. That's all. I remember I was looking for wisdom. I was watching YouTube videos on motivation, passion, how to find motivation and passion, and everyone in the people in the comment section, they all said, "What's the secret? What's the secret?" I'm like, and I saw enough of it to where I took action. You know why? I was really desiring to do the work. I was seeking wisdom and truth, and somehow it clicked. I watched The Secret and my mind was blown. My third eye opened and I could not sleep. My third eye opened and I sat there meditating, understanding the secret, the law of attraction. That every time in the past my life kept getting more miserable was because my mindset on life was more miserable over. So the more my mind focused on negativity, my life kept getting worse. And I was wondering why my life kept getting worse. I didn't know that I was attracting more negativity. The more I was doubting, negative ego. And then I realized, wow, if I can if my mindset can affect my life, what if I use it for my happiness? What if I start being more positive? And then that's what they suggested, and guess what? My life changed within 1 week. Within 1 month, I started practicing I started taking notes the first week, and I started practicing the law of attraction. But that's just the beginning, people. That was 7 years ago. Okay, let's just say that was more like 6 years ago. And now I have evolved. I'm just humbled and honored. That's why I get to do this mystical stuff now. I want to share with you a special text message that I got today. When you do good work, you can heal some people. She said, this is a friend who invited me to go into a hospice. A hospice is where people go when the doctor has given up on them. This lady, so I'm training with a Buddhist master. I'm training with a divine being right now. And I've been doing the work. I went to chant some Mahayana Buddhism, some chantings. And so I surround her with positivity, meditation, singing bowls, sacred water, everything. After 2 weeks of seeing her, Miss Hung was discharged today. She is a little confused. She said she thought she was going to die here. She asked me to let you know and to thank you. Thank you from both she and I. But it wasn't me. The universe used me. I was just a servant of love. I just showed up because my heart says, you know what? She needs me and I can help her because she's open to healing. Okay? And it wasn't just me, it was my teachers. It was all my teachers, all the blessings that I walk with, all the angels I walk with, all the bodhisattvas that support me. I surrounded her bed with light, love, and healing. And she was like light, love, and healing. She was ready to go. After the first 2 times, after just 2 visits, she's like, you know what? She said that she could go happily. But it wasn't her time. And I talked to the bodhisattvas. Help her the best that you can. But if it's her time, I understand. But if it's not her time, let's use her to change the world. Let's use her to inspire her family. And when you're committed to doing the work, this is just scratching the surface. It's just, and I want to let you know that she deserved it. She believed. She opened her heart. Even though she was in hospice, she still quietly believed in a miracle. And you know me, I love miracles. So I'm walking in there. Miracle in the air. What if you can do that? What if it took you 7 years, but you can heal people's cancer? You can heal people's suffering consciousness, but it took you 5 years. With guidance, maybe it takes you 1 year or 2 years, but you have to be willing to do the work. What if you can change the world with your smile by simply meditating every day? What if you can change the world with your tone of voice because you learn to speak from your soul? What if you learn to be yourself and that being yourself changed the world? Mystic Shy says, Mystic Status says, that's amazing. Mystic the Beatron says, wow. Mystic Shy says, oh, that is an amazing gift to her. Mystic American Agent says, such an enlightening story. But remember, this is between us. Only the people here know what kind of work I'm really doing. Such a Mystic Shy says, thank you for doing that for her. I would love to do that. I need to work on my empath. I cry easily, feeling how sad souls feel when they come through. Have you cried in front of people in hospice? No. But I have been trained though. Let me tell you a story of how I have been trained by the universe to treat sick people. Every 2 years when I was younger, I would go to Thailand. And every time I would go on a program. And in this program, we would go to orphanages where kids have multiple medical symptoms, mental disorders. The first year I went, I saw them and I saw a lot of people sad. I didn't understand why people were sad. Because my heart was not open yet. 2 years later, I go back to this orphanage with multiple medical symptoms. I was crying very bad. My heart was open. I was empathetic. I was crying so much that I had to go in a restroom and cried even more. I cried a lot because I tried to vision these kids who are handicapped and mentally ill. Like they were just walking normally, but the truth is that they weren't. And that made me realize people suffer. It's a real thing. And that's just the reality of this world. But the third time, the last time, I went to Thailand to the orphanage. I looked at this boy. He's bald, he's in bed. He looks at me. And I wanted to break a tear. But instead, I broke a smile. And then he broke a smile. And then I realized, these people don't need more people crying for them. They need us to smile. They need us to be hopeful. They need us to shine, because sometimes people look at them like they're dim, but really they're shining light. So now, I can go in any situation and smile. Because what if you can be that shining light for people, and all you had to do was be hopeful, and be strong, and smile at the right time, not all the time. What if your shine can change the world? It can. It can. And now the only time I cry is tears of joy. Tears of joy. Welcome, Mystic Cosmic Lotus. Thank you for the follow. Mystic Status Field says, I got told this by a chap at work. He says he told me he loves working with me. Even when doing delivery, no room, boxes everywhere, the job is basically fuzzed. We are being pressured by management to get it done quicker. Quick. And I'm still there smiling and going, okay, cool, making jokes and carrying on despite the same things happening. The following week he told me he's never seen someone work that way, the way I worked. I said if you work like you were gonna get fired, you would work hard. Then go. Great lunch. If you work like you were gonna get fired, you would work hard. Then go, great lunch. Oh, then go grab lunch. Is that it? You can be positive in any environment. Oh, then just clap. Mystic Status, wait, let me see what's going on here. Mystic Satankmo says, been lurking. Nice to see you, Mystic Satankmo. But time to sleep. Have a good night, Mystic Satankmo. Mystic Chai is nowhere says, the part of me is excited for the people passing away so they can meet up again with all the loved ones. And the human part of me cries because we won't see them physically anymore. We are not the body or the mind. What are we? That part, maybe you have to connect with that part of you that's impermanent, right? Nothing is permanent except change, says the Buddha. No worries, Mystic Status Field. I used to be a person that think it's impossible to be really loving and positive consistently. But I want to let you know that it's possible. But it's not perfect. It's consistent does not mean perfect. Consistency does not mean perfect. I'm constantly loving, but sometimes my ego gets off. Rarely, but it happens when I don't take responsibility of my caffeine intake. Right? So that's why we learn from our mistakes. That's why we keep our standards high. Because when we have a low standard, we will make excuses to not do the work of love and positivity. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is permanent except change. I've been studying the Buddha for a while, and now I have evolved into mystical Buddhism. But I also need to remember to respect my roots of traditional Theravada Buddhism. What does that mean? The mainstream Western Buddhism is Theravada. The bigger section of Buddhism is called Mahayana, the one that believes in light workers, bodhisattvas, arahants. What does that all mean? I'm being trained to do that work. And you're seeing the fruits of them slowly. And I tell you this humbly, why? Because I love you. Because you're my family, you're my community. And I just tell you this to show you my progress and to show me my progress too. Like, wow. To me, but I would say the biggest miracle in my life, helping my mom be a more positive person. My mom was a very negative, toxic person growing up. She would compare me to other people's children all the time, and I was never good enough for her because she got abused and all this negative things growing up, so she transferred that to me. And I'm honored to say it took me about 5 to 6 years to help my mom. But all my life, let's just say it's been all my life, but it took me intensely 5 years of work to at least get her to be more calm, more peaceful, more loving. And the one thing, you know what makes a person a light worker? They don't know how to give up on love. They're terrible at giving up on love. If you have a hard time giving up on love and you like to give, and the word light worker lights you up, welcome to the light, my friends. Mystic Chai says, my grandma is a die-hard Catholic. Is she Hispanic? Are you Mexican? Are you from near Mexico City? Just a random guess. It says, okay, my grandma, Canada. My grandma is a die-hard Catholic and I am working on psychic medium. She is having a hard time grasping the fact that it is not evil. I sometimes feel maybe it is better to let it go and be respectful to her as always. And another part of me feels like I should stay away. But I love her. What would you do in my situation? So your grandma thinks what you're doing is witchcraft. But she has no idea what it is. When your work affects the world in a loving way, it will spread to those who have doubted you in the beginning. Do your work on a low key. Keep it away from her. You don't want to tell people who drain your energy. If your grandma drains your energy, right now you're telling me your grandma judges you. Let her do what she want to do. Don't take her seriously. Find your distance. I love her from a distance. When it comes to doing, I also got into psychic mediumship work. I did that for about 2 to 3 years. I would say 2 years. That's how I connected more with my guardian angels. That's how I talk. And then eventually, it's part of the evolution, you know. And if somebody thinks you're doing, if somebody doubts what you're doing, don't take them seriously because they don't know what you're doing. If somebody's curious about what you're doing but isn't really willing to listen, don't waste time with them. They're just a test for you to really, it's testing you. Are you with yourself? Because if you're not grounded, people will test you. The universe will show you ground. My dear, right? Here's the message from the universe if you were doing the work, right? My dear, I want to give you infinite power. But now if you can't ground this power, if people judge you for this power and you get irritated, then this power could potentially hurt your own self. Ground yourself, my dear. Don't let people's words sway you from who you are. Remember your purpose, your mission, why you're here. People will praise you and people will judge you. Don't be uplifted so much by the praise, because if you're uplifted by the praise, the criticism will take you to hell. Stay in the middle path, says the Buddha. Stay in the middle path and you'll find your balance. And again, let's see what comments we got here. Mystic Status Field says, for me, similar scenario. My father directly. He thinks making games isn't a job or career, so I'm curious. Mystic Limit says, you will find a pine cone statue outside the Vatican. They hide the truth in plain sight. They know what's up. And you heard about the story that Jesus went to study in Tibet? And that Jesus was a Buddhist monk? You know that's a true story. Mystic Stratosphere says, in a way, the metaphor that came in my mind was like a builder team recently near my home builds a 4-bedroom home in a gap that's no bigger than a garage. Well, it can't be done. It's impossible. Well, we didn't know that we're gonna make it a 3-story building. My parents didn't know that I was gonna be a mystic. They didn't know I was gonna do. You know why? It scares them for me to walk this path, cause there is no there's no like college degree for a mystic, right? Like I don't get a diploma for this. I just get to change people's lives. I mean, I could get a diploma, but I don't want it. I got close to getting one, but I decided, nah, I'm gonna heal people instead. That I'm not telling you to not get a diploma, by the way. I'm telling you, follow your heart. I'm telling you, follow your heart. Your heart, and my motto is that my heart has the final word. No matter what my mind says, if my heart says, do it, that means do it. But you know what? I'm so grateful that I follow my heart, because I love my life right now. I love my life. And I'm here because my desire is to help people realize that they have an amazing life. They're just not grateful, and I just want to show people how amazing life can be. And that whatever you want, it's possible. If you want to heal people's cancer, bam. If you want to help people heal their panic attacks, bam. If you want to bring family unity, bam. If you want to help people be more loving, bam. And I'm sure if you wanted to fly, you can go learn in Tibet. But you have to be willing to work at it all your life, because it's not an easy skill. But you know what? Let me just go ahead and tell you, it's a real thing. I'm not talking about levitation, I'm talking about flying. Welcome to Cosmic Unwind. I have about 10 more minutes left on the stream. Thank you for the Mystic Status Field says, it's the same with me. I need someone sometimes to just say that's a cool idea, it's a cool project design. Well, if I have designed it, why do I need a degree to make it? Can people really levitate when meditating? I've never seen it, but I'm 1000% sure. Why? Because I know people that I trust, that know people that are amazing, to say the least. You know, I keep my mind open and my heart open. And that allows me to meet really powerful people. If your mind is closed and your heart is closed, why would anyone with an open mind and heart want you around? Because you would just lower their vibration. Like if your mind just could not comprehend that magic was real, you would drain somebody doing magic. That's why I'm very sensitive about the stream, who I read the cards and why I read the cards. Right? I have to be really specific. Because people don't trust you, why would you want them around if you're doing some mystical work? You know what I mean? Like Mystic Shy, like the reading wasn't for some people would see Mystic Shy's reading as imperfect, but because she has an open mind, she can understand and adapt how readings work, right? About how her father tried to reconnect with her and it became disastrous, right? Because she gets how it works. Mystic Chai says, I asked this because my grandma that thinks this is witchcraft, that she meditated one time. She crossed her legs and all of that. And when she opened her legs, that she said she seen herself off the ground and it scared her. And she stayed away from it ever since. Sister, she wasn't off the ground. Her energy was so ungrounded that she was not in her body. It's her head. She's in her head. You know why? Because she meditated thinking that this is witchcraft. She's about to do witchcraft stuff, so she's like, okay, I'm gonna try this even though this is scary stuff. How will I? And so when she's meditating, she's not present. She's in her head somewhere else. And then she starts to feel really far away from her body because she's too super duper in her head. And when you're super duper in your head, your soul is far away from your body, from your heart. So if you're a person who thinks too much, realize that when you think too much, you're farther away from your heart. Okay? Trust me, no one will levitate on accident, especially if they have not been doing the work. Right? Like if she didn't do any work, she ain't levitating. Because you know, for people to levitate, they do the work to do that. It's not an accident. Right? She didn't. She just read out of a book. Wow. Who knows? But the thing is, here's the possibility. Thank you, Mystic Mars. Welcome home to Cosmic Unwind, Mars 404. Here's what you have a lineage of mystical teachers or mystical workers or light workers in your family. Maybe because sometimes that lineage, it skips a generation because of certain traumas that was required for the next generations to stay active as a light worker. So maybe she is really that powerful but doesn't realize it, which means she's still ungrounded. And this is towards the end of the stream. And for those of you just joining, I'm letting you know that I am going to be, this Saturday, I'm going to become a Buddhist monk for about a long time. For about 5 to 6 weeks, not too long of a time. So if you like the vibes, know that thank you, Mystic Valors. Have a good day at your work, and thank you for being loving and supporting the stream. And mystical gifts are something we all can cultivate. And realize that we all have mystical gifts, and if you want to learn to cultivate them, you learn to meditate. Mystic Jason says, I'm bored of life. I'm grateful for my blessings and all. But it just seems like everything is boring. Maybe you need a new experience. Go out and do some new things. Don't just do the same thing every day. Don't play video games and watch Netflix and eat the same things. Enjoy the dollar menu. Go out. Maybe not the dollar menu. Go out and have some new experiences with your life. For real. Go and meet new people. Go out and realize, love yourself. And this is the end of the stream. Thank you so much to Mystic Shy is Nowhere, Mystic Jason for coming by, Mystic Status Field, Mystic Valors, Mystic Yawn Slot says, thanks for your time and work. I hope your trip is a productive one. Me too. And I plan to bring you back some treasures from my studies. And I'm not gone yet, guys. I'm still here. I think Friday will be my last day on the stream for a while. Thank you, Mystic Chai says, thank you so much for being you and listening to your heart, making the world a better place. I love this work. I'm being watched. I'm being guided by angels, by bodhisattvas, by mystics, by teachers, by masters, by ascended masters. They're cheering me on to do this work, and I just tell them, use me. But know that I'm already a monk. That's my secret. I've been a monk the whole time, guys. I'm just doing I'm a non-traditional monk. But now I'm going to do my traditional duties that I have to learn to respect too, because I would not get here without my roots. I was raised Buddhist. I stopped being Buddhist to explore mystical work, Jesus, the chakra systems. I learned about healing work, singing bowls, Tibetan singing bowls, crystal bowls. And now I have returned to mystical Buddhism. But my duty as a monk now is traditional Buddhism. I'm gonna go be present. I'm gonna go meditate. You know why? We are the guardians of planet Earth, protectors of the waterland and above. We are the angels of planet Earth. Be the change, meditate, spreading love. This is the kingdom of planet Earth. This is our kingdom, our mother Earth. Na 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 na. And I hope you have a good life. Do your work.